Welcome students. Now we shall start with part 5 of circulatory system. Now we'll start with the fun quiz corner first. Okay. Name the following. We have studied all this before in 4 parts. Previous parts we have already studied these topics and I am just refreshing it once. The plasma protein that forms blood clot. What is that plasma protein? You can answer in the comments. The leukocytes associated with allergic reactions. Pigment that helps in transport of oxygen. This is very easy. Blood cells with polymorphic nucleus. This also we have studied. Blood cells associated with phagocytosis. Now we move on to today's lesson. Today we learn about blood groups and blood transfusion. First of all, we come on to ABO system. Okay, this is the ABO system of blood groups. Scientist Karl Landsteiner in 1900 discovered that humans have glycoproteins on the surface of RBCs called antigens or agglutinogens. Gamma globulin proteins in blood plasma called antibodies or agglutinins. We shall study all this in detail uh, further in this video. Two types of antigens are A and B, and two types of antibodies are antibody A and antibody B are found in human blood. Now moving on, based on the presence or absence of these antigens, human blood falls in 4 blood groups. Person with antigen A belongs to blood group A, person with antigen B belongs to blood group B, and person with antigen A and B belong to the blood group AB. Person having no antigen belong to blood group O. This is very important, so just focus because this will be forming your concept for this chapter part. Okay. Now this forms ABO system of blood groups. Antigen and antibody interaction. We will study what is antigen, what is antibody and how they interact now. Persons with one antigen have natural antibodies in their plasma against other antigens. Person with antigen A have antibodies for antigen B. Okay. In their plasma is antibody B. Persons with antigen B have antibodies for antigen A like antibody A in the plasma. Okay. Persons with both antigens A and B do not have any antibodies. Persons with no antigens have both the antibodies anti-A and anti-B. Okay, so persons who are having no antigens, they are having both kinds of antibodies. Now, what happens because of these antigens and antibodies? There is a clumping reaction. Antigen A, that is blood group A, and antibody A, blood group B, are incompatible. Okay. Similarly, antigen B and antibody B are also incompatible. Now, these are facts you have to understand. Thus, when blood from two different blood groups A and B is mixed, clumping results. Due to this antigen-antibody reaction together, this is called clumping or agglutination. So, during blood transfusion, like if you meet with an accident or you have some disease in which blood has to be given or transfused, then blood matching is essential before blood transfusion to avoid incompatibility and agglutination. Transfusion sometimes fails if large quantity of different blood type is given. Okay, this is very important. Just focus on this point. Either antibodies of recipient's blood destroy the RBC of donor blood, or antibodies of donor's blood hemolyze the RBCs of recipient's blood. Recipient is the person who is taking the blood. In small amount, the blood transfusion is successful only if the plasma of recipient's blood does not contain antibodies against donor's antigens or donor's blood has no antigens. Okay, so then there will be no reaction. Persons of blood group AB can receive blood from from blood group B, AB or O as they have no antibody in their plasma. Okay, so persons of blood group AB have no antibodies in their plasma. This is a very important point, and that's why they can receive blood from all the four blood groups. Thus, persons of AB blood group are universal recipients, that is, that they can receive the blood safely. Persons with blood group O can give blood to all four blood groups as their blood has no antigens to react with the recipient's antibodies. Thus, they are known as universal donors. Persons with blood group O can give blood to all four blood groups as their blood has no antigens to react with recipient's antibodies. Okay, this we have studied before in this chapter only. Thus, they are known as universal donors. They can give their blood to all the four groups because they don't have any antigens to react. Now we can have a look at the table. If you are a little bit confused about how all these things are working, then just have human blood groups and their compatibility. Blood group, first we have the table. First column is A, blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and O. Now antigens on RBCs. Now blood group A means it has A antigen on its RBC. Antibody B in plasma and can donate blood to A and AB and can receive blood from A and blood group O. Now B similarly is having antigen B and antibody it is having is A and it can donate blood to B obviously because that is same, and AB also because they are not having any antibodies and that can receive blood from B and O. Now similarly AB is having antigen AB, it is having no antibodies and it can donate to AB and can receive from all the four groups. O is having no antigen, so it has antibodies A and B and can donate blood to all four. And it can receive, but it can only receive from blood group O. Okay, so it is a universal donor. Now, what is donor and what is recipient? Person who gives blood is donor. Person who receives blood is recipient. I hope this much everybody has understood, children. In incompatible, that is, which is not compatible blood transfusion, the antigen of the donor's blood are attacked by the antibodies of recipient's blood. Okay, so we have studied this before also, antigen and antibodies, that they react with each other if they are not similar. RH factor, rhesus antigen system. One more thing to be put in account is when transfusing or taking or giving blood is that in addition to antigens, human RBCs also have RH antigen. Some people have RH positive and some are RH negative. RH positive persons have RH antigen. Okay. While RH negative persons do not have an RH antigen. So RH negative persons do not have natural antibodies for this. So RH negative blood to RH negative person transfusion is successful. Similarly, RH positive to RH positive person is also safe, but the problem arises when RH positive blood is given to RH negative person. Antibodies obviously will develop in RH negative recipient in case of second transfusion. The RH blood clumping occurs as antibodies have developed, which react with the RH negative antigen. Now we will continue with this chapter also. Today what we have studied about blood groups. There are 4 types of blood groups. We started with the quiz of, you can also study from part 1 to part 5 now of this chapter circulatory system of class 10th. and we will continue also with heart and um, other blood vessels, etc. So please tune in. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. Stay curious, keep learning. Thank you, students. Thank you so much.